this is not an ASMR stream. I'm just whispering into your ears. And that's it. Marry me, mama, mama. Mama, mama. 何？結婚したいんだ。With the sudden shouts, Yuri would never. Why are you making me want to shout into your ears? So today I'll be whispering you guys some random wiki article that I found by clicking random article. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you have any requests, it is taken by Vtuber because I gotta search that. And you are not suggested or recommended to post the links in the chat. So, oh, typo. Thank you for pointing out. Here we go. Articles. Or else YouTube would think you're a butt if you post a link, and I don't want you to be bad. In Japanese, any language is good. I only searched in English though somehow. I don't know. Aircon 止めてさ、まだそんなに経ってないからさ、暖房止めてからまだパキパキ言ってるんですけど、そのうちね、止まると思うので。I'm gonna adjust the pop filter. Give me a second. ちょっとポップフィルターを強く押しすぎました。失礼。My bad. I pushed the pop filter too hard. はーい。なんかポップフィルターに当たり続けるんだけど。耳風できてる？できてない気がする。耳風ってしたいのに。What sound do you guys want to hear? 何まず聞きたい？ Is there any sounds? Let me think. Do you enjoy that?楽しいね。福祉科は楽しいよ。絶対ポップフィルターに当たるんだけど、何ですかこれは。福祉科はね、ASMR するとね、みんなをね、こうやってからかえるから結構好きだよ。ぽよぽよって言ってほしい。なんでぽよぽよぽよぽよぽよぽよ。なんか好きな擬音なんですか？ぽよぽよが面白い。There's the anti-ASMR. Yeah, I still don't understand why people think ASMR is soothing. It is not, man. But I'm doing it. exactly whispering into ears, and I'm kind of enjoying doing it. You know why? Because I can play around with you all. I like teasing you guys. I like teasing you guys, so I am kind of getting the hook of this. Well, you guys like being teased by your girl, right? You do, right? Can't say I don't. I do not get the triggers over the sound. Same, I don't. But I thought whispering would make it feel like you were closer. No.めっちゃ喉の音入っちゃったかも。恋しか。今日も来てくれてありがとね。そう、ささやきだとさ、距離近いかなと思って、みんなともっと近い距離でお話ししたかったからさ。ということで読んでいくよ。I'm gonna start reading the weird articles. Starting off with ということで Wikipedia で見つけた、ランダム記事を見ていきます。読んでいきます。And there are some terminology that I do not know how to pronounce. Please let it slide, because it's some academic terminology. I just have no clue, because academic terms are mostly from Latin and English. I think we can all agree those are hard to read, right? There's lots that you'll never heard of in your life. Okay, let's get started. Peristopia toxomocha. Peristopia toxomocha is a moth of the family Carceliae. It is known from New South Wales, Australia. The larvae feed on Bautanea species, including Bautanea daphnoids. They probably mine the leaves of their host plant. That's the only information they have of them. If you go check the website, that page, and if you hover your mouse over the Carceliae, you can see the picture of an example of one of those moths. If you don't like moths, go check it out. Next article, Charles Frederick Dejean, December 10, 1918 to November 5th, 2006, was a professional American football player in the National Football League for the Detroit Lions from 1945 to 1949. Career Waukesha, Wisconsin. Shane was the starting quarterback for the University of Alabama in 1939 and 1940 and was named to the All-Southeastern Conference team his senior season. He coached football from 1942 to 1944 at his alma mater, Creston High School, Grand Rapids, Michigan, before signing with the Lions. From 1945 to 1946, DJ played quarterback and linebacker for the Lions. He played guard from 1947 to 1949. Personal life. DJ was also a railroad conductor during the off-season. He was married to his second wife, Evelyn, for 31 years and had 4 children with his wife Lorraine, 14 grandchildren, and 21 great-grandchildren. He died in Grand Rapids, Michigan. He was preceded in death by his daughter, Pamela Ray, and his son, Robert Floyd. His son Charles Jr. and daughter Sandra survived. I think I said it right. Barber. Kottapuram is an urban village. Situated at Barber Municipality in Kollam District, Kerala. I have no idea where that is. Kerala. Oh, apparently it's in India. It is one among the 2 villages in Barber Municipality and one among the 30 villages coming under Kollam Taluk. Kottapuram is situated in between Barber Town and Barber Bagum and is on the way towards Varkala. Location: Barber Railway Station 400-meter, Barber Bagum 1 kilometer, Fujikura 2.5 kilometer, Kollam so it's okay for me to not understand what that means. Oh, okay. And say so stuff. Oh, but you guys understanding and not me. Does that prove that I'm say so and you guys are not? So, you guys just self-proved it that I am say so and you are not. You naughty. Mood hurts. I kind of feel like I should have done this at members stream. This is kind of like a members word content that I'm doing right now. Naughty hurts. Can I read an article? Password manager next. Hi Scott, hello. Sure. Give me a second. Password manager. This article needs additional citations for verification. Please help improve this article by adding citations to reliable sources. Unsourced material may be challenged and removed. A password manager is a software program that prevents password fatigue by automatically generating, autofilling, and storing passwords. They are useful for local applications or web applications such as online shops or social media. Web browsers tend to have a built-in password manager. Password managers typically require a user to create and remember a single password to unlock to access the stored passwords. Password managers can integrate multi-factor authentication and passkey authentication. History. The first password manager software designed to securely store passwords was Password Safe, created by Bruce Skinner, which was released as a free utility on September 5, 1997. Designed for Microsoft Windows 95, Password Safe used Skinner's Blowfish algorithm to encrypt passwords and other sensitive data. Although Password Safe was released as a free utility due to export restrictions on cryptography from the United States, only US and Canadian citizens and permanent residents were initially allowed to download it. As of October 2024, the built-in Google Password Manager in Google Chrome has become the most used password manager. Types: browser-based. These are built directly into web browsers like Chrome, Safari, Firefox, and Edge. They offer convenient access for basic password management on the device where the browser is used. However, some may lack features like secure syncing across devices or strong encryption. Local. These are standalone applications installed on the user's device. They offer strong security as passwords are stored locally, but access may be limited to that specific device. Popular open source options include KeePassXC, KeePass, and Password Safe. Cloud-based, these store passwords in encrypted form or on removed servers, allowing access from supported internet-connected devices. They typically offer features like automatic sensing, secure sharing, and strong encryption. Examples include 1Password, Bitwarden, and Dashlane. Enterprise, designed for business, these cater to managing access credentials within an organization. They integrate with existing directory services and access control systems, often offering advanced features like role-based permissions and privileged access management. Hardware. These physical devices, often USB keys, provide an extra layer of security for password management. Some functions as secure tokens for account database access, such as YubiKey and OnlyKey, while others also offer online storage for password, such as OnlyKey. Vulnerabilities. Weak vault storage. Some applications store passwords as an unencrypted file, leaving the passwords easily accessible to malware or people attempting to steal personal information. Master password as single point failure. Some password managers require a user-selected master password or passphrase to form the key used to encrypt passwords stored for the application to read. The security of this approach depends on the strength of the chosen password, which may be guessed through malware, and also the passphrase itself is never stored locally where a malicious program or individual could read it. A compromised master password may render auto-protected passwords vulnerable, meaning that a single point of entry can compromise the confidentiality of sensitive information. This is known as a single point of failure. Device security dependency. This is a long article. While password managers offer robust security for credentials, their effectiveness hinges on the user's device security. If a device is compromised by malware like Raccoon, which excels at stealing data, the password manager's protections can be nullified. Malware like keyloggers can steal the master password used to access the password manager, granting full access to all stored credentials. Clipboard sniffers can capture sensitive information copied from the manager, and some malware might even steal the encrypted password file itself. In essence, a compromised device with password stealing malware can bypass the security measures of the password manager, leaving the stored credentials vulnerable. Clipboard sniffers, such a cute term. Clipboard sniffers, sniff. Clipboard sniffers. Clipboards are so stinky. What's on your clipboard and what are you gonna copy paste from it? Such a stinky term. Is that it? Where do we read till? Oh, okay. As with password authentication techniques, key logging, or acoustic cryptanalysis may be used to guess or copy the master password. Some password managers attempt to use virtual keyboards to reduce this risk, though this is still vulnerable to keyloggers that take the keystrokes and send what key was pressed to the person people trying to access confidential information. Cloud-based storage. Cloud-based password managers offer a centralized location for storing login credentials. However, this approach raises security concerns. One potential vulnerability is a data breach at the password manager itself. If such an event were to occur, attackers could potentially gain access to a large number of user credentials. A 2022 security incident involving LastPass exemplifies this risk. Password generator security. Some password managers may include a password generator. Generated passwords may be guessable if the password manager uses a weak method of randomly generating a seed for all passwords generated by this program. There are documented cases, like the one with Kaspersky Password Manager in 2021, where a flaw in the password generation method resulted in predictable passwords. Others. A 2014 paper by researchers at Carnegie Mellon University found that while browsers refuse to autofill passwords if the login-based protocol differs from when the password was saved, HTTP versus HTTPS, some password managers insecurely fill the passwords for the unencrypted version of saved passwords for encrypted sites. Additionally, most managers lack protection against iframe, and redirection-based attacks, potentially exposing additional passwords when password synchronization was used across multiple devices. Blockage. This article needs to be updated. Please help update this article to reflect recent events or newly available information. Various high-profile websites have attempted to block password managers. In 2015, British Gas blocked password managers, but backing down when publicly challenged. Reasons cited have included protecting against automated attacks, protecting against phishing, blocking malware, or simply denying compatibility. The Trust Your Client Security Secure from IBM features explicit options to block password managers. Such blocking has been criticized by information security professionals as making user less secure. The typical blocking implementation involves setting autocomplete off on the relevant password web form. This option is now consistently ignored on encrypted sites such as Firefox 38, Chrome 34, and Safari from about 7.0.2. Some websites made it harder for users to rely on password managers by disabling features like password autofill or blocking the ability to paste into password fields. Companies like T-Mobile, Barclaycard, and Western Union have implemented these restrictions, often citing security concerns such as malware prevention, phishing protection, or reducing automated attacks. However, cybersecurity experts have criticized these measures, arguing they can backfire by encouraging users to reuse weak passwords or rely on memory alone, ultimately making accounts more vulnerable. Some organizations, such British casts have reversed these restrictions after public feedback, but the practice still persists on many websites. Thank you, Thor Thunderhammer-san, for the request. And next, can you whisper chaos theory? Let's try. This is also a long one. Oh my gosh, this is so long. Okay, might not read all of it, but let's try to read. This might be one of the longest I've ever seen. Chaos theory. Chaos theory is an interdisciplinary area of scientific study in branch of mathematics. It focuses on underlying patterns and deterministic laws of dynamical systems that are highly sensitive to initial conductions. These were once thought to have completely random states of disorder and irregularities. Chaos theory states that within the apparent randomness of chaotic complex systems, there are underlying patterns, interconnection, constant feedback loops, repetition, self-similarity, fractals, and self-organization. The butterfly effect, an underlying principle of chaos, describes how a small change in one state of this deterministic nonlinear system can result in large differences in the later state, meaning there is sensitive dependence on initial conditions. A metaphor for this behavior is that a butterfly flapping its wings in Brazil can cause or prevent a tornado in Texas. Small differences in initial conditions, such as those due to errors in measurements or due to rounding errors in numerical computation, can yield widely diverging outcomes for such dynamic systems, rendering long-term prediction of their behavior impossible in general. This can happen even though these systems are deterministic, meaning that their future behavior follows a unique evolution and is fully determined by their initial conditions with no random elements involved. In other words, despite the deterministic nature of these systems, this does not make them predictable. This behavior is known as deterministic chaos, or simply chaos. The theory was summarized by Edward Lorenz as chaos when the present determines the future, but the approximate present does not approximately determine the future. Chaotic behavior exists in many natural systems, including fluid flow, heartbeat irregularities, weather, and climate. It also occurs spontaneously in some systems with artificial components, such as road traffic. This behavior can be studied through the analysis of a chaotic mathematical model or through analytical techniques such as recurrence plots and point cloud maps. Chaos theory has applications in a variety of disciplines, including meteorology, anthropology, sociology, environmental science, computer science, engineering, economics, ecology, and pandemic crisis management. The theory formed the basis for such fields of study as complex dynamical systems, edge of chaos theory, and self-assembly process. answers deterministic systems which are predictable for some amount of time and then appear to become random. The amount of time for which the behavior of a chaotic system can be effectively predicted depends on three things: how much uncertainty can be tolerated in forecast, how accurately its current state can be measured, and a timescale depending on the dynamics of the system called the Lyapunov time. Some examples of Lyapunov time are chaotic electrical circuits about 1 millisecond, weather systems a few days unproven, the inner solar system 4 to 5 million years, and chaotic systems the uncertainty and forecast increases exponentially with elapsed time. Hence, mathematically, doubling the forecast time more than squares the proportional uncertainty in the forecast. This means, in practice, a meaningful prediction cannot be made over an interval of more than 2 or 3 times the Lyapunov time. When meaningful predictions cannot be made, the system appears random. Chaotic dynamics. In common usage, chaos means a state of disorder. However, in chaos theory, the term is defined more precisely. Although no universally accepted mathematical definition of chaos exists, a commonly used definition, originally formulated by Robert L. Devaney, says that to classify a dynamical system as chaotic, it must have 3 properties. 1. It must be sensitive to initial conditions. 2. It must be topologically transitive. 3. It must have dense periodic orbits. In some cases, the last 2 properties above have been shown to actually imply sensitivity to initial conditions. In the discrete time case, this is true for all continuous maps on metric spaces. In these cases, while it is often the most practically significant property, sensitivity to initial conditions need to be stated in the definition. And if attention is restricted to intervals, the second property implies the other 2. An alternative and a generally weaker definition of chaos uses only the first 2 properties in the above list. Okay, I'm gonna end it here. It's so long. Thank you for the request. I'm scrolling, I'm not even at the half of the article. Yeah, like, if you scroll down under the applications, there's one that's saying, although chaos theory is born from observing weather patterns, it has become applicable to a variety of other situations. And this is like what, so there was like I don't know if she's still on Twitter, but I have like one Twitter account that I used to check regularly because she was really pretty. She is really pretty, the owner of the account. And she's a doctor for psychology in Osaka. And I was like not following her, but checking her once in a while because she posts a lot of selfies and she's really beautiful. But later on, I found that she was addicted to, in general, she was addicted to drugs. She was taking lots of drugs, and whenever she goes high, she starts talking about patterns. most of the time. Yeah, but like the thing is, she wasn't doing illegal drugs. She was doing drugs that was just about to be restricted. So she tweets like, I'm gonna take this last pill before it gets restricted tomorrow. And she like uses different kind of it. Like she has so many of those. We need to the doctor. I forgot her. Damn, it's been years since I used to look at her selfies. She's so pretty though. I wouldn't even question if she's arrested by this time, to be honest. She was so pretty. Oh, she was single though. Yeah, I think if you become if you need to go to a doctor in Osaka for, mental purpose, like psychological purpose, there is a chance that you might be taken to her clinic. Did she prescribe them to herself? Oh no. Those weren't even used for prescription. She orders it online. It gets imported and then she was consuming them. So it's like drugs seem to be restricted but not yet. So technically it's not legal. But it's like gonna be illegal in like several hours kind of thingy. And she used to talk about patterns and chaos theory on Twitter all the time. So I'm like, man, that reminds me of her. Twitter teaches me so many things, and Twitter has taught me so many things. Like that pretty beautiful doctor. And I remember she doesn't usually have a full meal. Well, like she's a doctor, so she's busy. So instead she takes lots of supplements. And she eats something, and at her, like before she goes to bed, she takes the drug. So she seemed to have a really happy life. Next Tumblr, dear. I was heavy on Twitter. Okay. Were you on Tumblr for all the yaoi? No, I didn't need to be on Tumblr. Cause like Tumblr, yeah, there were Japanese using it too, but it was mostly in the Western culture, right? Tumblr. Unless you were like, you yourself were a creator. So for the yaoi things, I didn't need to go on Tumblr. There's lots of websites that I can read. Yeah, I can read them. Next one. O'Reilly, Mississippi. O'Reilly is an unincorporated community located in Bolivar County, Mississippi, United States, along U.S. Route 61. O'Reilly is approximately 3 miles, 4.8 kilometers south of Boyle, and approximately 6 miles, 9.7 kilometers post office operated under the name O'Reilly from 1903 to 1926. You're being a Tumblr girl explains a lot. I said I have not been. I never even made a Tumblr account. Pixiv. Yeah, but not only Pixiv, cause what, for Japanese websites, there's lots of like personal, like the author makes a website themselves. Those personal websites, you can read it there. So it's really like, I can just, like a blog. Yeah, technically like that, but instead of like writing about their daily lives or so, they just leave like the novel that they wrote there. Well, that's also the thing. I only read original novels. Okay, next one's gonna be in Japanese. This is about a chess player from Armenia. これはですね、次は日本語の記事を読んでいきたいと思います。チグラン・ペトロシアン、チグラン・ワルタノビッチ・ペトロシアンは、1929年6月17日から1984年8月13日はグルジア出身のアルメニア人の元チェスの世界チャンピオン、 PhD の学位を持つ鉄壁のディフェンスが特徴的であり、自分からはあまり攻めない原種の棋風で知られ、強固な個性と、ちょっと申し訳ない、一個そういう日本語で知事忘れてた、単純に読めてない感じだったらごめんね。専門分野とかで使われている単語とかは普通に読めていない可能性があるどこ行ったっけ。強固な個性と不当の意志を持っていたことからアイエンタイグラン、鉄のチグラン、黒金のペトロシアンと呼ばれた。経歴、トビリシ生まれ、子供の頃からチェスを指し、1952年にグランドマスターとなった。1959年に戦争選手権に優勝し、ソビエト連邦チャンピオンとなった。1963年世界チャンピオンミハイル・ポドフィニクへの挑戦者となり、ポドニフィクを破り世界チャンピオンとなった。1966年ボリス・スパスキーが挑戦者となった時はスパスキーを破りタイトルを保持したが、1969年再び挑戦者となったスパスキーに敗れ、世界チャンピオンの座をスパスキーに明け渡した。1975年にビクトール・コルチノイがスイスに亡命した際は、他のソ連のトッププレイヤーと共にコルチノイを批判した。アメリカのジャーナリストハロルド・ショーンバーグはペトロシアンの保守的なプレイスタイルについて、彼と対戦するのはうなぎに手錠をかけようとするようなものだった。掴むものが何もなかったと引用している。また暗闇に潜む中で 襲いかかる機会を伺う虎、犠牲者をゆっくりと絞め殺す錦エビ、決定的な一撃を超えるために何時間も待つワニなどと表現された。ペトロシアンを破り世界チャンピオンとなったスパスキーは、ペトロシアンはハリネズミを思い起こさせる。捕まえたと思った瞬間に彼は針を突き切り出すのだと語っている。チェスの週刊誌64の編集長を務めるなど編集者としても活動した。胃がんのため55歳で死去。Switching English and JP 英語と日本語、ここからはちょっと行ったり来たりしますね。Next, Boyd and Parker Park and Groveland Ambuscade. Boyd and Parker Park and Groveland Ambuscade is a historic park area located near the town of Groveland in Livingston County, New York, and Livingston County, New York. The site commemorates the Boyd and Parker ambush, which took place during the Sullivan Expedition of the American Revolutionary War of September 1779. The site was listed on the National Register of Historic Places in 2009. Interesting, right? Humu. めっちゃお腹鳴りそうなのを今グッと押さえてるんだけどI'm really like holding my stomach from making a sound.一人はゴスペラーズの16作目のシングル、2001年3月7日に Q ミュージックから発売された。解説、ゴスペラーズのシングルとして最高の売り上げを記録し、アカペラ作品としては日本音楽史上初のベスト3入りを記録している。シングル発売後には同楽曲で2001年の第52回 NHK 紅白歌合戦に初出場を果たした。以降も2005年の第56回 NHK 紅白歌合戦や2015年1月20日の放送の NHK 歌謡コンサートの初出演時に歌唱している。2018年に日清食品の近代五種競技応援歌として一人の替え歌一人で5つを制作し、ゴスペラーズは近代ゴシュペラーズ名義で歌唱した。2020年には一人を手洗いソングに替え歌した手を洗おう動画が YouTube などで公開された。収録曲、全作詞作曲村上哲也。1人3分36秒。編曲村上哲也。北山陽一。2、東京スイート。5分30秒。編曲村上哲也。宮田茂雄。3、永遠に ス、2019年10月30日シングル Voxers に収録。一回ミュートします。I'm gonna mute. From the first take 2020年1月31日配信リリース、2020年2月14日動画公開、配信限定ということで I can read an article about Hawaiian pizza next. Request 記事です。 Hawaiian pizza. Hawaiian pizza is a pizza invented in Canada, topped with pineapple, tomato sauce, mozzarella cheese, and either ham or bacon. History. Sam Panopoulos, a Greek-born Canadian, created the first Hawaiian pizza at the Satellite Restaurant in Chatham, Kent, Ontario, Canada in 1962, inspired in part by his experience preparing Canadian Chinese dishes which commonly mix sweet and sour flavors. Panopoulos experimented with adding pineapple, ham, bacon, and other toppings. These additions were not initially very popular. The addition of pineapple to the traditional mix of tomato sauce and cheese, along with either ham or bacon, later became popular locally and eventually became a staple offering of pizzerias on a global scale. The name of this creation was not directly inspired by the U.S. state of Hawaii at all. Panopoulos chose the name Hawaiian due to using canned pineapple from Hawaiian Pineapple Company. In Germany, Hawaiian pizza is thought to be a variation of the ham, pineapple, and cheese-topped toast Hawaii, originally introduced by Germany's first TV cook, Clemenceau Wellman wrote in 1955. In 1957, Hawaiian pizza containing pineapple, papaya, and chopped green pepper, but not ham or bacon, appeared in Portland, Oregon. And popular media. In 2014, Time listed Hawaiian pizza first on its list of the 13 most influential pizzas of all time. Options towards Hawaiian pizza are generally divisive and polarizing. Although many enjoy the taste, others vehemently dislike it, possibly due to the sweetness of pineapple paired with salty pizza ingredients. In 2017, Icelandic president... Oh, I have no idea how to read this surname. Gnoi Thorleifs Johannesson reportedly told a group of high school students during a Q&A that he was fundamentally opposed to putting pineapple on pizza. He jokingly added that he would ban pineapple as a pizza topping if he could, as long as he received 30% of the under 21 vote. His off-the-cuff remark generated a flurry of media coverage and inspired many, regardless of their taste for Hawaiian pizza, to express their opinions on social media. Celebrities shared their liking or distaste for Hawaiian pizza, including Canada's former Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, who expressed support for it by tweeting, "I have a pineapple, I have a pizza, and I stand behind this delicious southwestern Ontario creation." Panopoulos, at that point retired from the restaurant business, was called upon by some media outlets to defend his creation. Oi. Hopefully I'm reading it right. I'm so sorry if it's wrong. Icelandic name is just another level. Later clarified that he was only joking and that he did not have the power to ban particular toppings on pizza. He added that he would not like to live in a country where the leader could ban anything that they did not like. American author John Green reflected on the dish's cosmopolitan origins and reach, noting its Canadian invention by a Greek immigrant inspired by Chinese cuisine to put a South American fruit on an Italian dish, which has gained its greatest popularity in Australia. In 2025, in an effort to demonstrate their dislike of the style, a Norwich pizzeria began charging £100 for pineapple pizza. No offense, but that's so dumb though. Unless the pineapples are actually so expensive there. But it sounds like it was just to demonstrate their dislikes, right? More than the actual tariff fees. Oh gosh. Surveys. Hawaiian was the most popular Australia pizza in Australia in 1999, accounting for 15% of pizza sales. What? You Australians? A 2015 review of independent UK takeaways operating through Just Eat found the Hawaiian pizza to be the most commonly available. A 2016 The Harris Poll survey of US adults had pineapple in the top 3 least favorite pizza toppings out of anchovies and mushrooms. What US people don't like anchovies? According to a 2019 YouGov Omnibus survey, 12% of Americans who eat pizza say that pineapple is one of their top 3 favorite pizza toppings, and 24% say that pineapple is one of their least favorite toppings. It was not the most disliked topping, however, as other ingredients were even more widely unpopular in the survey. Anchovies and eggplant. What, US? Anchovies are so good. American eggplant is not as good. I get that. Japanese eggplant is so good. By the way, yeah, this was not included in the English article, but in the Japanese one, there's a part that says, in Italy, there is a lot of people who are proud of their traditional cuisine culture. So apparently, most of the Italians dislikes Hawaiian pizza, and apparently in 2020, when COVID virus hit, Hawaiian pizza was left over. You know how a lot of people ordered food via Uber and things, and we didn't have the option to actually go out shopping, or even if we did, we couldn't get any actual food to the shop, grocery store, the supermarket. Even so, Italians did not buy Hawaiian pizza, even if that was the last thing left in the store, apparently. So yeah, Italians really dislikes Hawaiian pizza. to read Iceland. Icelander's name, it's Gusuni Johannesson. Gusuni Johannesson. Six, seven memes. Oh gosh, I hate you. Wait, is there even an article of that? Oh, there is. Damn it. There is. I checked. 6-7 meme. Pronounced 6-7, also written as 67 or 6-7, is an internet meme slang term that emerged in 2025 on TikTok and Instagram Reels and later spread to YouTube Shorts. It has no fixed meaning. The phrase originated from the song 2267 by Skrilla, which became popular in video edits featuring professional basketball players, especially LaMelo Ball, who is listed at 6 feet 7 in tall. The meme was further popularized through Overtime Elite Player. What's Overtime Elite Player? 19 basketball league for 16 to 20-year-olds based in Atlanta, Georgia. Why does like Wikipedia think Overtime Elite Player is like Overtime Elite is a known name? It's not. The meme was further popularized through Overtime Elite Player Thailand TK Kennan's repeated use of the phrase. Oh, so that damn kid is the one who started. In March 2025, a boy named Maverick Travelin became known as the 6'7" kid after a viral video showed him yelling the term at a basketball game while performing an excited hand gesture. No, it's this boy! The meme, described as annoying and like a blog, has been linked by multiple new outlets to the wider brain rot phenomenon. Digital media deemed to be poor quality. Some commentators also see it as evidence of Generation Alpha's growing presence in internet culture. Origin. The slang originated from a drill rap song Doot Doot 6-7, in which American rapper Skrilla raps, "I know he's dying, oh my god, 6-7. I just bipped right on the highway, bip bip," as the beat drops. I have never heard of that song. The meaning of the number in the song remains ambiguous, so no one knows. Some have connected to the 67th Street in Skrilla's hometown, Philadelphia, or to 67th Street in Chicago. Linguist and African-American English expert Taylor Jones has speculated that it may refer to 1067, the 10 code used by Philadelphia police to notify officers of a death. This aligns with the previous align's descriptions of gun violence and his interpretation that the line depicts the narrator playing innocent during a traffic stop. Skrilla himself stated, "I never put an actual meaning on it and I still would not want to." I think it does, but he just shut his mouth because of the internet meme. The song was unofficially released in December 2024 and officially released on February 7, 2025. It was soon used in video edits of professional basketball players, particularly LaMelo Ball, who is 6 feet 7 inches tall. Thank you very much for the super important information of his height. This is like the second time social media. His repeated use of the phrase during overtime and league content led to his nickname Mr. 67, and he later launched a 67 branded canned water line. Be a shame! Why is he being proud of what he created? He should be ashamed. Being called Mr. 67? Really? Is that what you want your nickname to be? Is that what you want your nickname to be? Cause the meme is gonna die at some point, but he's still gonna have the branded canned water line 67 and gonna be called Mr. 67 forever. Don't let a meme be your nickname. It's gonna die at some point, and you're gonna be embarrassed by the name. Canned water is crazy. Yeah, it's basically just water that he's selling. Please don't be mad, Eileen. I think you're cool. You influence the whole world internationally. Even Japanese kids are singing 6-7. It's so annoying. Don't let your memes be dreams. Let your memes be dreams, please. Spread. The meme has been referenced in NBA highlights, WNBA news conferences, NFL touchdown celebrations, and by celebrities, including former NBA player Shaquille O'Neal. I'm reading wrong, probably. So sorry. I don't watch NBA. Who participated in a video referring to it despite admitting he did not understand its meaning. Additionally, the term has been frequently used throughout the college sport. There's even a video in the Wikipedia, a person doing the gesture associated with the beam 67. As the meme expanded beyond sport, social media users began to employ the meme in unrelated contexts, such as joking about getting a score of 67% on an exam. 67's identity as a slang term has allowed it to spread it offline context, especially in schools, with some banning its use to disruption in classrooms. In November 2025, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer apologized to a head teacher after joining school children. The gesture when the schoolgirl sitting next to him noted the book they were reading was turned to page 6 and 7. The gesture had been banned at the school. Smart. Lawmaker Bill Buckby, who represents the 67th district in the Connecticut House of Representatives, jokingly used the phrase during a special legislative session. Representative Blakemore of Utah's 1st Congressional District also made reference to the trend while presiding over the United States House of Representatives on November 18th, 2025. What? Someone did it at the official stage. What the? In December 2025, U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance jokingly proposed to ban the use of the phrase after his 5-year-old child screamed 6-7 in the middle of a church service. Oh my gosh. Vance stated, and now I think we need to make this narrow exception to the First Amendment and ban these numbers forever. I'm pretty sure pretty sure he was really embarrassed when the kid started screaming 6-7 in the middle of a church. I'm pretty sure he was really embarrassed by that. As a father, you will be. As a parent, that's like a natural thing. The moniker Mason has been used to refer to a stereotypical white high school boy who overuses the slang. 6-7 Kid. On March 31st, 2025, YouTuber Cam Wilder posted a video titled "My Overpowered AAU Team Has Finally Returned," in which a young boy, Maverick Trevelyan, later nicknamed 6-7 Kid, is seen yelling 6-7 while performing a hand gesture in which he moves his hands up and down with upward-facing palms. In August 2025, social media users began creating photo edits distorting Trevelyan in a bizarre or grotesque fashion linked to analog horror. This meme called SCP-067 satirized SCP Foundation, a collaborative fiction project about paranormal anomalies. SCP-067 Kid is not related to the canon SCP-067, which is about a supernatural Foundation pen. Variants 41, pronounced 41. There's 41. What is that? It's a meme of similar origins. They're deriving from the song 41 song, sax freestyle, in which rapper Blizzy Boy raps the number throughout. Another variant 61, created by TikTok creator Spartan Swout. Used by media and brands. On October 16, 2025, the first episode of season 28 of the adult animated show South Park aired. This is also so long. What? With a prominent plot point in which the children are brainwashed by the 6-7 meme. This season of South Park, along with season 27, also targeted other online trends such as Labubu, TikTok, and prediction markets. In October, the mobile game Clash Royale added an emote referring the meme after its Instagram account reached 6.7 million followers. On November 5, first-person shooter video game Overwatch 2 announced that it will be adding a 6-7 emote to the game. On November 29, 2025, Fortnite Battle Royale teased their new Chapter 7 update with the reference to the 6-7 meme. Following the update's release, the emote made its debut. From November 6 to 7, Pizza Hut sold chicken wings for 67 cents each. What? That's a nice thing. Because it's cheap. During the same period, McDonald's and the United Arab Emirates gave away free chicken nuggets between 6 and 7 p.m. Oh my gosh! Each 6-piece chicken bag featured a special 6-7 sticker and contained 7 nuggets instead of usual 6. Domino's offered Domino's offered members a one-topping pizza for $6.70, which they used the promo code 67. Later in December 2025, Google introduced an Easter egg in which typing 6-767 or 6-7 causes a user's screen to shake up and down, mimicking the gesture associated with the meme. Oh my gosh, Google, please stop it. Restaurant chain In-N-Out removed the number 6-7 from its ordering system after teenagers began to scream whenever the number was called out. I think In-N-Out did a smart thing for that one. I like In-N-Out by removing the number 67. Reception. Multiple news outlets such as Business Insider have attributed the meme to the wider phenomenon of a brain rot, the spread of digital media considered to be of poor quality. Many viewed the meme as a sign of Generation Alpha's increasing involvement in internet culture. In October 2025, Dictionary.com named 67 as its 2025 word of the year, describing the interjection as a burst of energy that spreads and connects people long before anyone agrees on what it actually means. The Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines it as a non-sensual expression connected to a song and a basketball player. The Swedish Institute for Language and Folklore included 67 in its 2025 new word list, also defining it as a non-sensual expression. During the Christmas season, several variants of Christmas songs incorporating the 67 meme and other brain rot terms were popular on platforms such as TikTok. One example was 67 Merry Christmas. Oh my gosh, I think I've actually seen that somewhere, but I did not play it. Alphonse Barrier of Pitchfork lamented that in exchange for virality, Skria had been reduced to one-dimensional mascot and not a human artist with music packed with complicated views and morals worth considering. Okay, I'm gonna go charge my phone and come back. Oh, actually, I gotta start wrapping up. Okay, and there's Jelly's birthday stream, so let's see how long the lobster where is, and I'm just gonna touch the surface of it then. Okay. Let's just touch the surface of the lobster were. The lobster were, also known as the lobster operation, was a dispute over spiny lobsters that occurred from 1961 to 1963 between Brazil and France. The Brazilian government refused to allow French fishing vessels to catch spiny lobsters 100 miles off Brazil's northeastern coast, but arguing that lobsters crawl along the continental shelf. What? The French maintained that lobsters swim, and so they could be caught by any fishing vessel from any country. Although the historical incident of coercive diplomacy may have taken place long before the drafting of the United Nations Convention of the Law of the Sea, the dispute ended with the signing of an agreement on 10 December 1964 that granted to 26 French ships the right to fish for a period no longer than 5 years if they delivered to Brazilian fishermen a certain amount of profit from their fishing activities in the so-called designated areas. Wait, so just to be clear, French people were fishing really close of the Brazil coast and claiming that because the lobsters came from France and they crawled all the way there, so French should have the right to fish it. But that's not how it works. That's not how it works, though. So they're like, but lobsters were produced there. What? French logic. Man, French is just being French after all. Anyway, sorry that the last one became very short. I don't want to overlap, so I'm gonna end it a little bit faster. Earlier, okay, I'm gonna start reading. Show me your butthole. Thank you for the super chat. Show me your butthole. Thank you for another super chat. Thor Thunderhammer-san, thank you for a super chat. Angela Ne-san, thank you for a super chat. Sakidon-san, thank you for a super chat. Dark Guy 555-san, thank you for a super chat. Jack-san, super chat arigato. Donnie, thank you for 19 months. Thor Thunderhammer-san, thank you for a super chat. Mr. Zeldiv, thank you for a your super chat. Azora-san, thank you for your super chat. ということで、I'm gonna wrap it up around here. Thank you for coming, and don't forget to check out the merch we have. グッズもね、よろしくお願いします。日本時間2月1日までです。Until the end of this month for PST, so don't forget to go check it out. You can find a link in the pinned chat above or the description below. And I'll see you guys day after tomorrow at 4 p.m. あさってね、朝9時にお会いしましょう。